let's just get to this victory because it was very much precedented for the national rally going into this vote. How does it set us up then for the second round of voting as well?
Well, yeah, as you say, this was broadly in line with what we've been expecting. The polls coming into today showed that Le Pen was running kind of mid-30s, Macron struggling to get up to 20%. I think the main lesson for investors from what we've seen tonight is that the tail risks of the far left party making gains and being in a position to influence the government, that seems to be off the table. And also the upside scenario of Macron somehow or other being able to defend his own control of the parliament, that's off the table as well. So the question is now, can Le Pen win a majority next week, or do we go into some kind of gridlock?
How should we be factoring in the political risk that could arise from that Sunday vote as well, especially when in combination we also have the UK general election?
Yes, there's a lot of voting going on this week. I think that the main issue for investors really is what happens to the French budget. Even Macron has been struggling to bring down the deficit. The EU has started the excessive deficit procedure against France in the last couple of weeks. So that is the risk. The main fear would be for an emboldened far right to come in and start imposing all sorts of unfunded spending plans. That's what we saw with Liz Truss in the UK, and Rishi Sunak on Thursday is going to find out the consequences of that. That's not likely to happen in France because the Le Pen party have watched what happened in the UK, and they've also watched what happened in Italy, where Giorgia Meloni, also from a far right party, has come in with a really kind of orthodox economic policy. She's kept investors on side, and I think that if we do see a far right government, then all the signs are, from what they've been saying, that they're not going to do anything rash, at least on the economic policy side in the short term.
What could really, of course, stop Le Pen's party in its tracks, Ben, does come down to the sort of horse trading that we're expected to see over the coming days. So just how many alliances do you think are going to be formed here?
Yeah, so we've seen some initial manoeuvring from the party leaders coming out tonight. It's a super complicated system in France, but there's nearly 600 different constituencies. Probably half of them have got a three-way runoff. Most of the rest have got a two-way runoff. And in those 300 three-way runoff seats, the party that's running in third place is going to consider pulling out to help out the candidate best placed to defeat Le Pen. But that's a kind of an awkward manoeuvre because the far left is in the mix as well, and Macron is not comfortable with the idea of stepping back so the far left can get a run at it either. So the fact that we have these two extremist groups prominent in this election makes it pretty difficult to call.